Oh shit, my hair color. Oh shit. What's up with y'all? Jess Spark Star Pilot back in this motherfucking check it out. You know what I'm saying? Now Sun in Libra, New Moon in Libra. You know what I'm saying? Now check it out. You know what I'm saying? With Sun in Libra, Moon in Libra, it's gonna be double air elements in the sky. So the way we get our certain ways and how we communicate, cardinal air style, that's gonna be that's gonna be Libra. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a space of where we gotta be understanding the ways on how we kind of conduct ourselves together and get ourselves situated. It'll be a space of where we're trying to kind of understanding the way on how we kind of get our broadcast energy going. You know what I'm saying? Now, hold on, let me move out some. Cause motherfuckers coming out and shit, but I'm not gonna be. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So understand that within the actual moon being in Libra, you know what I'm saying. With the moon being in Libra, we want to be aware that like the things that we're kind of relaying towards or relaying to, we want to be in a space of where we're understanding the space on where if we're connecting within that actual opportunity or that connection, how will we kind of create some sort of foundation or create some sort of reciprocation within that actual element. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, we're gonna be in a space of where which we're kind of getting lost in the sauce, thinking like we may even get lost in the sauce sometimes, thinking oh something is this, something is that. But the best you know how to actually know how to you're utilizing your actual space, utilizing your actual manners, you'll be in a space of where you're having some sort of reciprocal like actual elemental flow within that energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why like no matter what, like even my latest mix not mixing but EP I just put out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I'm in a space somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready for like I kind of went with the actual flow, but then put in my cardinal air element style within the moon in Libra. You know what I'm saying? So even if I was going within that actual process, I may if I'm aware if I'm aware of that or not, I'm in a space on where if I'm putting certain like uh energies towards something in my life on where I can actually produce that actual uh sorry produce the actual spark within myself, then I'll know that the way that I'm trying to go upon a certain way of how I'm foundating myself will be in that energy. Like so, like I said, it's kind of like the moon in Libra is gonna be the space where it's gonna be leading us to having some sort of like figuring out some sort of way on how to create certain better foundations within ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and others. And once you not know how to create a better foundation within yourself and others, that's where y'all kind of get with the program within the actual communication element. You know what I'm saying? I might move somewhere else because I ain't gonna lie, like motherfucker. I mean, I'm gonna move somewhere else. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let me see if I can back up right here. But yeah, so it's kind of like once you're understanding that, you kind of it's like once you know you're aware, right? And you just want to be aware in certain programs in your life. You know what I'm saying? You want to know on what you're looking at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know what you're looking at all times, you'll be in a space of where you're kind of you have some sort of uh barrier yourself, not being aware that you have to blossom into that seed, to be that flower. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the moon, sun in Libra, moon in Libra is gonna be like pushing us to like how can you become a flower and within your seed and the kind of the ways of how you go within your within your process of understanding certain hold on my nigga. Sir, I want to get people on, but yeah, getting certain things on go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why no matter what, you want to be in a space of where hold on, I'm gonna focus on right now. You want to be in a space of where you're understanding like certain ways and how you're coming up with certain allegories within yourself. So when you understand how you're going within certain allegories within yourself, you're having some sort of foundation and boundary within yourself. So knowing how to put out certain things, put out certain information, put out certain reoccurring skills within yourself, put in certain ways in how you create some sort of foundation within yourself, put in certain ways in how you're uplifting yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know how to uplift yourself at all times, you'll be in a space where the things you're trying to go upon, the things you're trying to create, like blossom to be like, that's like, for example, so I'll put it like this, because the reason I'll put it like this. All right, so check it out. When you're in a space where you're understanding the certain seed you plant becomes your outcomes, you understand that, see, the sun being a Libra, that's already our understanding that the outcomes. So it's kind of like what we sprung from spring to summer. Now we're in fall, and now fall is gonna be the space of where we're understanding, you know what I'm saying, the outcome element. You know what I'm saying? And see, when you're understanding that all things fall, you're in a space of where that's why we call it fall. So even you notice a plant, not plants, but trees, plants, shit starts to come down, like to come up from the branches. You know what I'm saying? Now Libra is gonna be a space like that's why we don't know if it's cold or warm or hot or cool or whatever. It be random. You know what I'm saying? Like right now it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of cool or whatever like that. But you want to understand that, like, the not cool but warmish. You know what I'm saying? But you want to understand that, see, once we fully get into it, like we're in the fall season right now, but once we fully get into that shit, once you fully get into Scorpio, that's when the shit will actually hit and be like, boom, now we're in that actual frozen, like, you know how you put I got water bottle, damn, you know how you put a water in the fridge, water bottle in the fridge, and it freezes. That's kind of like the temperature on where the shit gets executed in that energy. You know what I'm saying? So when you know it gets executed within that energy, you're in a space where you're understanding the execution of where these things come from. You know what I'm saying? And we understand the execution where these things come from, the process of where these things even lead towards, like, you're being in a space where you understand why we have certain ways and how we put in a certain meanings into these things, like creating a refrigerator in the first place. You know what I'm saying? For us in our mind because everything starts from the mind. We create all these things from the mind first, but for us to come up with a conclusion to make a refrigerator in that certain space, we're in a space where we're understanding the fall element in general. So we understand, okay, the foundating, the frozen, the fix, all that shit. And when we understand the fall element, the frozen element in that aspect, you understand, oh shit, that's why we even came up with an algorithm to understand the freezer or that shit. So we understand the freezer or the refrigerator. The water bottle will be like the seed you planted from spring to summer. And that's why it takes some time to get cold, to get frozen, especially if you put in the freezer, not in the fridge, but sorry, in the freezer. Fridge, you don't get it cold unless you got a really cold fridge. But I never heard about that. But but you putting that shit in the freezer and see the water bottle, see the water as spring, see summer as the bottle, and see the fall as the freezer. And once you put that water bottle in the freezer, getting that shit transform it into that aspect, you start to freeze. Now you get the algorithm freezing time, and when you freeze time, now you're understanding that the element you froze into that time becomes the actual process of what you're becoming, as in that seed blossoming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why you want to be aware on the things you put out in that Libra-like energy. You know what I'm saying? That Libra-like energy becomes the actual, like, realization of that seed planting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now once you're aware of that, you'll be in a space where, like, the water bottle itself becomes, see, since it's summer, coming from the spring, summer, the freezer becomes the frozen. So now you understand why it gets cold and freezing, icicle and ice. ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice flights. You know what I'm saying? Vanilla flights. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, when you understand that, like, it's like now you're understanding the ways of how we come up with certain allegories to create certain things in the mind first. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand these certain things in the mind, you understand the ways and how we go upon these things. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand the ways and how we go upon these things, we come up with certain ideas and certain thought forms to have some certain personas or personifications within an outcome or an element within that actual energy, within that actual fall like energy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ate something and that shit. I gotta let that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Let me finish this live stream real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to go right now. I'm gonna leave. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love little grab, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's like that. So once you understand these things, you'll be in a space where the whole process of what you come up with within the outcome of how you relay something becomes the foundation of what becomes the forefront of what something is like. Like you want to know how to look at these things from the scenario on where if you're leading towards something, know how to make it lead towards your goals, your talents, your gifts, all that shit. What not leading to something being your downfall, or something being shit that even that song I made, all falls down. When it all falls down, who you gonna call? And when it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all falls down, who you gonna call? Now when it all you know what I'm saying? That's like an allegory for understanding, like when you're in a certain mind state and you're in that mind state so long, and what goes up must come down eventually. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a certain mind state on where you're I'm trying to, like, that's what Lucifer tried to do, try to uphold a mind state never wanted to come down, and motherfuckers are telling this motherfucker like, nigga, that shit is eventually gonna fall. So you upon that shit is not gonna get you nowhere far. Motherfucker didn't want to listen. Motherfucker fell into his desires. Then got soaked up in his desires. Now that's why he's an example of why we have that story today. But check it out. God damn, I should fill my stomach up. God damn, but yeah, so it's like now you understand that. You're understanding that these things that we come up with within the certain ways and how we have some certain relaying energy or relaying factors behind that thing, we'll be in a space of where we're understanding where we come up with certain conclusions and outcomes to be something. You know what I'm saying? And when we come up with certain conclusions and outcomes to be something, that's something you're becoming. Hopefully it's the best of what you can become. You know what I'm saying? And you can create a next form and the next form and the next form. But see, what you gotta understand is that, oh my God. So all right, boom. What you gotta understand is this. You know what I'm saying? The things you pay attention to and spiritually aware of becomes your reality of how something is in that way of seeing things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, no matter what, be careful what you're aware of. You may be aware of too much bullshit in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And you may put that out already and let motherfuckers see that, and then you'll be in a space of where now you gotta be seen in that light. But if you're in a space of where you know how to handle that shit, and you know how to create those outcomes, and where you can become like suitable within all scenarios, within that so like things that lead you to the Libra cardinal air element, like new moon in Libra, we have to be we're gonna have to be communicative, we're gonna have to be talkative, we're gonna have to be, that's all, like we're gonna have to be, and it's with the sun being Libra too, like it just doesn't make it's just double air, you know what I'm saying? So it's like air, it was double air and shit. So we're gonna be influenced by that. So how the fuck the way we communicate, the way we talk, the way we come up with certain outcomes and ideologies is going to be based on that air element and how what creates that certain outcome to become the certain foundation of what it means to be like some sort of how I say it, some sort of clairvoyance in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta reach some sort of clairvoyance within your mind to I gotta get my lineup, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta I do, if y'all know, I do my hair on my own, but I mean, but yeah, I'm air. See, when you get influenced by the actual fluid, you play out these energies. So like I'm playing out these energies right now, nigga. I'm cardinal. I'm trying to initiate things. You know what I'm saying? The air like element. But let me get back to the point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so when you understand and shit like that, you'll be in a space of where the stuff that you're in the moment of, you're in the momentum of, you're be in a space of where things like, it's like, damn, how I explain this, because I want to, it's like when you're spiritually there, you understand. Oh my god, you know what? No, it's like I'm trying to get a. It's not even being spiritually there. It just when you understand something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why I say astrology is a tool, not a source. You know what I'm saying? Because when you understand astrology being a tool, when you understand the mind of all minds, you understand that that's what we create certain like actual like these things that we call planets. Planets don't actually exist. And all these alignments, like astrological alignments, it's like all this shit is from the mind of all minds. Oh shit, what the fuck? Man, these kids playing and just kicking my shit. That's why I moved first. Anyway, fuck it. Anyway, so yeah, so it's like that in the oh my god, man. Anyway, but it's like that in the sense of nature. So it's crazy. But like when you understand the mind of all minds, you understand these things. You understand the why we come up with certain ideologies to like see something in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, so it's like it'd be like that. So it's like that's why I said like when you're understanding certain like planetary alignments for itself, and you understand the way on how they come up, like the spiritual way and how it comes on its own, like the way spiritual way and how it aligns together, then you understand that okay, the mind of all minds created that scenario for you to go through, because that's what the planets in the sky is reciprocating on. So we understand that now you're in space on where okay, the way that I come up with certain thought forms and ideas is based on the planets, but we all have a part in that planetary system in general. Like we all play a role in that, and if you the more you don't know that, the more you'll be lost in the sauce thinking something is something else. You know what I'm saying? So understand that the role starts from what you're playing within yourself in the mind first. You know what I'm saying? And in the mind, Wakantaka, you understand the great spirit, the all. You understand that the space on where these things are coming from. Oh shit, my bad. The space on where these things are coming from is based on that actual element right there. And once you not element, but ideology right there. And once you're aware of it, you're seeing it from this perception of where, oh shit, this is happening because of the relaying system that I put out within the process of what I was trying to understand within the axis we call it, or the thing we call Libra. You know what I'm saying? But it's really something else. It's really some shit that we all create as spirits in the internal realm, because you're not going out nowhere. It's all in the internal. You know what I'm saying, Mega? And when you understand that, man, shit is so much deeper. But if you don't know how to see it, you'll be lost in the sauce thinking like something is something else. Like you'll be lost in the sauce thinking, oh shit, do I gotta play a certain role? Do I gotta play a certain characteristics? Do I gotta see it and how this individual seen it? Do I gotta see how like all that is confusion. All that shit will get is just you getting lost in confusion. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to know how to look at these things on what they actually mean. You know what I'm saying? And when you know what these things actually mean, you're putting a space on where the whole perception on where the whole meaning of what it means to be like in a certain mind state is built upon the energy and what you build upon yourself. So back to that water bottle and that seed planting, these are the same thing. Like you have a seed, you're gonna create it, and you're gonna fixate it and create it. That's why that's why it goes if you want to go from the spring axis, but we're in the fall. But so I'll go for the spring axis just to make it simple for you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go for the spring, it's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, cardinal, fixed, mutable. So we understand the cardinal was having the energy to put the water in the fridge. The fix, I mean freezer. The fix is you having the energy to make that shit freeze. The mutable is you for you to able to you know, whatever you do, like treat it like a thing for a migraine or whatever y'all, or because you can't drink it. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's what it should be. If you go by the fall element, which is Libra, Scorpio, Sag, that's mutable, it's fixed, fire. So it's like that's how it'd be the same thing, except the Sag element would, instead of you probably putting it as an ice for your head, you probably melt it in the water first, or put some hot water on it. So that's you putting your wisdom, putting some meaning into that shit. Then you can drink it and do what you, that's mutable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. But shit like that. So it's like, man, y'all guys gotta be aware and know how to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know how to look at these things, you'll be lost in the sauce, thinking something and something else. But once you understand how to look at something, you'll be in a space of where you know how to have some sort of answers or some cadence to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you have some sort of cadence to yourself, the cadence you have is, you know how to finesse real well. You know how to play, get in the loop. You know how to, like, you got your own dance. You know what I'm saying? Once you got your own dance, you know how to move in. You know how to move in a room full of vultures. You go to a club, you go to a party, you go to anything, and work. That's, you know, so you go to work. You know what I'm saying? And you walking in that room, you know, damn, this is a room full of vultures, and deep down I know this. So let me not get lost in the sauce and start to think, oh, this is something that I gotta build on somebody's I gotta like cater to somebody's insecurity, or I gotta be on this dude's side, or I gotta be in this chick's side because of how this thing is playing out. I just gotta be in a space where I'm understanding these things and knowing how to go from there. So once you go to work doesn't become so like damn like depressing. Even if it is depressing, you find somehow, some way, and how like you can make it time go fast. Like I've done this, yeah, endless of times when I be working. It's just I go through it. I put in my headphones, because where I work, they let you use headphones. I put it in my headphones while I used to work. You know what I'm saying? I put it in my headphones, and boom, I let the shit. I let the time go by. So it's like that. So it's like now you understand the space somewhere where you're understanding these things. You understand that, okay, this is something where we gotta understand. This is something we gotta build upon. You know what I'm saying? And once I understand all this Libra energy, excuse me, god damn, I hate that. But yeah, once I understand all these Libra energy, I'll be in a space where I can fixate some cadence to myself. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. What time is it? All right, well, I'm gonna end it right there though. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something anyway. But yeah, beyond that, Jet Spark Star Pilot, we out in this motherfucker.